Moving on to the next session in client interaction. Next up is my brilliant colleague and friend, Chris, who is serving Xpedeon as head of sales of Ireland and UK. And joining him is David Bentley. David is a commercial director of J&. Bentley. He has more than 30 years of experience in construction industry, and he's been involved in civil engineering for a really long time. His passion is IT transformation, hence his journey with Xpedeon. So from the last 20 years, he's really been focused on changing the whole IT department and transformation. His passion and aspirations are machine learning and artificial intelligence. I'll let Chris take over, so we can actually listen from David that what we're sharing today. Chris and David.
Thanks, Bill. Welcome, David, and thanks for joining us for this year's Infinity event. Just to jump in, you've been utilizing Xpedeon for roughly 7 years now and have been expanding the usage of the software continuously. What have you and the team been up to since the last event?
Oh, we've been very busy, as we've now completed the migration and rollout of the final processes onto Xpedeon, which were the defined cost application payment for framework contracts, the certificate of payment, the commercial valuation, and the processing of payments for the joint venture companies that we're involved in to the participating companies. This is a very significant milestone, as it now means that all business processes which result in a financial transaction are completely on Xpedeon. On our defined cost contracts, all our actual costs are now mined and translated to each of our clients' specified method of defined cost. So the applications, the payments are calculated automatically. Additionally, for internal reporting, using the commercial valuations, where the translation rules are standardized, we can report the data to suit our internal requirements with no additional work. It's great to know automatically when you process a cost booking document, what the amount that will be paid by clients, as well as the internal cost. We have achieved our final end goal in eliminating our very complex legacy spreadsheet-based application payment commercial variation joint venture distribution processes. This has also meant that our financial reporting is completely totally live, and there is no manual processing involved in putting together reports or reconciliations. It's great that both the commercial and financial teams now use the same data.
So being able to have a unified information between your commercial and finance teams is positively a huge step forward. I can't imagine the satisfaction it's brought to both teams. How did they find the rollout?
The migration was very complicated, but through great teamwork between ours and the Xpedeon team, it was relatively trouble-free. A special thanks must go out to Beth Harvey and her team, who have been truly wonderful in supporting us. We have now completed 12 months of using the new processes, creating over 3,000 applications for payments and commercial valuations. I'm very pleased how our 100+ commercial staff have taken to the new processes. And it already feels like they're completely embedded in our business. Post go live, the support has continued, and we've worked well together to identify some further enhancements to these new processes to make these processes more efficient, which we look forward to in the pending 3.3 release.
So migrating to process that many applications must have saved a lot of time for the commercial team. Without putting you on the spot, how much time has it saved?
Well, running our legacy processes, it would take a QS 1 to 2 hours to translate the data from internal cost to external. When we now run applications, payments and commercial variations, these are generally creating less than 5 minutes. So doing 300 a month, it changes something from what could take between 300 and 600 hours to something what will only take about 25 hours per month. Massive change.
2 hours down to 5 minutes, that is a very solid return for a company anyway. So you've also got a very close working relationship with us here at Xpedeon. You, along with our other customers, have brought strong pushes to our developments. Other than what you've mentioned, what processes have you introduced from 3.1 and 3.2 releases?
Yeah, both 3.1 and 3.2 have brought new functionality to us. The dynamic forms related enhancements are allowing more of the non-financial business processes to be moved on to Xpedeon. We are now using it for safety reporting, the undertaking of audits. We will also record the statutory inspections and site-based permits. This gives us so much visibility across the whole business. Our entire inspection and testing processes have been built using the dynamic forms technology. It's being rolled out for a successful pilot. Being able to do this through the mobile app on the phones is a complete game changer. We've also started using it for HR related processes such as record of medical declarations, and we will be using it for managing the return to work processes following absences. We're also in the process of going live with attendance-based plant returns, which use the employee timesheet as a basis for creating the internal plant returns for equipment such as vans and the tools within those vans. This is going to save our plant team an enormous amount of time in deploying a significant number of internal plant items, and it will also improve our data accuracy.
So 7 years in and continually looking at ways to improve processes utilizing Xpedeon. That is some great insight on how you've taken to the software, and through such experience, what would you pass on to our customers?
Well, we've already benefited from the enhancement to Xpedeon from your other customers, particularly in e-invoicing, such as in the processing screen, adding the color code column, the way that you can create GRNs from e-invoicing, the automatic shifting of the dates, and the standalone invoice approvals for non-matching invoices. Our accounts team are really grateful for them. So please keep pushing for more enhancements. It's great to see that algorithms are so encouraging of this with launching the new custom voice, which will give us customers somewhere to come together and work together in developing ideas for the continued roadmap of Xpedeon.
So yeah, it's been interesting to hear what you've been able to do over the last couple of years. What are you excited for in the future with Xpedeon?
I am very excited to see how AI and machine learning will be used to improve Xpedeon. Yeah, I look forward to further integration with in Microsoft projects, such as incorporate absence requests into Outlook calendars and better interface of data for use within Power BI and Power Apps. And I also look forward to a time when we can select an employee on documents such as requisitions and orders, so we can better manage the certification accreditation of our employees.
That's great. Thanks, David. Jay and Bentley have been fantastic at adopting the Xpedeon solution, and I'm sure your words have left others understand areas that they may not have taken advantage of yet. Thanks very much. Back to you, Bill.
Pleasure.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Chris. That was great.